The recent mortgage rate spike is having a big impact on both buyers and sellers. Rates for a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage eclipsed 7% last week for the first time in 20 years. To break this down for you, a little perspective here. That rate was 3% at the start of this year, and the higher rate means a difference of $850 every month on a typical mortgage payment for a median-priced home compared to a year ago.
And so we're going to talk a little bit about those higher mortgage rates with Nicole Bachaud, a senior economist at Zillow. Thanks for joining us, Nicole.
Yeah, so affordability.
Hi, thank you.
Hi, thanks for being here. We know affordability is a challenge for buyers in today's market, especially here in Denver with rates so high. What options do first-time home buyers have?
Yeah, so right now, if you can afford to be in this market, this is a great opportunity for first-time buyers to face a lot less competition and have more negotiating power than they've had at any point in the last several years. While we do see a lot of affordability challenges facing the market right now, there are fewer buyers that are going after the homes that are existing on the market, and that's leading to buyers having more time to make decisions, ability to negotiate down prices, and have a smoother time ahead. That being said, affordability is still a big thing for a lot of households. Looking at, getting your credit score in order and understanding your financial situation to see what you can afford is going to be really vital for buyers going into this market.
It is encouraging because right now, I mean, it's been bananas here with people putting in a bid and then being outbid 5 minutes later and no inspections. And that's a lot. This is such a big decision. If you had to give somebody a piece of advice, because I think your heart gets invested sometimes and you're willing to go a little higher than you want, what should you say to somebody when they're buying that house? Because you just don't want to get in over your head.
Yeah, absolutely. Having that ceiling, that top line, I'm not going to go over this line is going to be really important. And when you're shopping in a mortgage in today or shopping for a mortgage in today's market, it's really important to get a rate locked in. When you see a rate that's low, lock that rate in so that you're ready to go. That way tomorrow you don't wake up and say, oh my gosh, I can't afford this house anymore because rates just jumped up. We've been seeing a lot of volatility in mortgage rates. And so it's going to be really important to work with your lending officer to make sure you're getting that rate locked in.
The housing industry here in the Front Range along Colorado and, Metro Denver is something we've really dedicated a lot of our resources to investigating and looking at. We call it priced out here in our state. Bottom line question here, is it a good time to buy or not?
Yeah, that's a great question. The right time to buy is when you can afford to buy a house, if that's, the next step in your journey. But right now, like I said, we're seeing this market where buyers have negotiating power for the first time in years. And so if you can afford to find, that opportunity in this market, this is going to be, an opportune time to get in there before there's that demand coming back. We are seeing prices softening in the Denver market. Prices are, almost $5,000 cheaper in July than they were in June. However, when we look at how expensive homes are compared to where they were before the pandemic, you're looking at homes being over $140,000 more expensive now than they were a few years ago. So while prices might be softening and price growth is slowing down, it's still extremely expensive, and we're not expecting any sort of large price drops in the future. And so it's not going to get any better. Rates are going to stay high, prices are high. And so if you can find that opportunity, getting into a home right now is going to be a good decision for a lot of households.
Yeah. Don't wait. That's what, we've been hearing.
That's it. Thank you so much. We're going to keep a close eye on this and maybe come back to you with asking for more advice in the months ahead.
Thanks so much.
Thanks, Nicole.